Let's see. So what do we do? Yeah, oh yeah, this is backing up too. Is it power issues? No, you're just backed up. I'm just gonna pull that out for the time being. Yeah, so these have hit an equilibrium. So you can have 1-to-1, it's just a matter of it was backed up earlier because of, it was backed up entirely because of the, you know, whenever the power goes out. Or, no, because I didn't have the constructors up? I don't know, either or. Anyway, so for Baba Is You very specifically, I think I've been called... My mental faculties and my... well, I mean, most of you should probably know what the autism spectrum is. I have been given the whole range of diagnoses from armchair assholes that are like, you must be autistic if you can't figure this out super fast. And I'm like, whoa, like, that's... You don't say that to people. You really, like... If somebody said that to my face, I'd probably punch them. I've had plenty of friends that have you know, actually been at various stages on the spectrum, and like, you don't use that as an insult. It's not okay, and those people work honestly harder than most to, like, you know, deal with it as stuff. And so whenever anybody just thinks it's an okay thing to just sling that as an insult, I'm just like, you are gone. And yeah, it's not even one of those where it's like it straight up stops you from being able to do puzzle games, which is it's baffling, I guess. But it's like, I honestly, one of the main chosen insults whenever I'm playing a puzzle game is to call me, you know, autistic, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, where'd this come from and why? And so yeah, I've actually had to crack down very specifically whenever I play puzzle games, because people, for some reason, just become vile. It's really weird. Yeah, why do people get angry with suboptimal puzzle gaming and stuff? And, you know, I can kind of understand it, that if you know the answer, it's frustrating to see somebody else get stuck. But, like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of in the boat. I do get frustrated sometimes when I'm playing, like, with Shell, and, like, I'll immediately grasp a game mechanic. I'll immediately grasp a game mechanic, and I might even end up being, like, a little bit short as a result. I'm like, what, don't you get this, like, immediate thing? And she's like, no, and I'm like, oh. Well, shoot, I don't know how to explain it to you, I just got it immediately. Too much of my, like, video game learning is instinct-based, and it's terrible. I'm working on it, but it's hard. Stand here and get toasted? Sweet. I gotta go get more concrete, and go double-check this one. Let's see. But, you know, for years when I was, totally for years when I was playing, various games on YouTube and Twitch, I think I was a little bit too forgiving of people's bad foibles. Because it was, oh, hey, we can actually, tear this whole thing up, now that I'm thinking about it. I have the inventory space for this? I apparently do. Wild. Okay, now we're starting to run into inventory issues, but that's fine. Okay, so we want to do probably a storage container first and foremost, just because. Okay, I can get to that box. Cool. So we want to move over all of the limestone that we can. Is there some kind of move all of a type over? Because it'd be really nice if I could move every bit of limestone over as a mechanic. There might be something like that. Let's see. But yeah, so I think for years I was super tolerant of people being kind of mean, because I was like, you know, as a growing channel, you know, I need these people even if they're not my favorites. Because, you know, ultimately as a YouTuber streamer or whatever, you know, it's bad to drive people away. And I think one of the lessons I needed to learn a long time ago, and I think, you know, I'm committing to really hard now, is just like, somebody's just going to be unreasonably, like, jerkish. It's honestly best to just give them the boot anyway, because you don't actually need that number. It's not worth it. And I've noticed, I mean, maybe I'm a little bit more imperious as a result. What? Why is this not stacked up? What happened? What? Whatever, don't care. I'll line this up later. What I'm probably going to do is offsite a lot of this stone into my inventory. Industry? I don't know. Okay, so you're producing 60 per minute. So between these two, that should be enough, give or take. That's in the way, but that's not a big deal. I'm just gonna line this up here. But yeah, that's one of those lessons that I wish I guess I had learned a long time ago, because, yeah, for a while I'd actually, like, try and kind of engage in some of this and just be like, no, you know, here's my justifications for why I'm not. I guess this goes back to the lady with the dog, and it's like, I think sometimes it's just best to just shut other people out when they are being mean to you, because it's just like, you're not worth it. This is terrible advice for when you're in school, though. Sort of. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's better for people that you, like, are in contact with for whatever reason. Okay, so are these set for concrete? Looks like they are. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch. I can just start chucking down platforms left and right. And we should be able to really make some space to work. I'll probably move my my base real soon. I'm gonna line these ramps up until I don't need them anymore. Oh, we've got the biofuel in the chainsaw. I should probably go destroy some trees here. Yeah, let's see. Do I have any? No, I don't have any biofuel in my inventory. Okay, biofuel. Chainsaw. This will give me some more biofuel. And then we'll get the biofuel factory, as was suggested. Mainly because, like, only reason why I don't get the biofuel factory set up is because it handcrafts pretty quick, and I don't really like going through the pain of setting up an entire factory system for something I'm not going to be immediately using too much. Be green. I gotta get rid of the trees so I actually have space. Also, technically, this is way more... It's greener for me to chop down a couple of trees and use them for power right now than the alternative, which is going to be... I'm going to be making some giant freaking... I'm going to be making some giant freaking coal plants all over the place. Now that is not green. And there's nothing you can do to stop me, Captain Planet. God, I feel like I should go watch some Captain Planet and just chuck one-liners at things. But that would involve watching Captain Planet, which, like, I distinctly remember not being a very good show. The morals and ethics were important, and it's kind of shocking that, like, apparently half our society has not paid any attention to it for whatever reason, because global warming is not a thing. Look, Snowball in the Snowball in the courtroom, blah, blah, blah. This pisses me off a little bit. It actually bugs me a little bit in this game that I don't have more green tech alternatives, because Woodpunk is absolutely one of my favorite, not genres, styles? I don't even know how to describe it. But I really love, like, druid magic in games, and I love it when you have kind of the equivalent of steampunk, but it's using just, like, animate plants and wood and stuff like that, because it's such a cool visual style, and you never see it anywhere. Because, you know, I don't know, I guess it doesn't appeal. And so, like, playing this game, I'm like, it'd actually be really neat if there were different tiers you could go down. You know, you could actually pick what your starting corporation is, and they'd have different things. So maybe the, fell off. Slow. I realize I'm probably going to seal over this entire lake, honestly. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. But, like, I don't know, it would actually be really cool if there was a faction for this game that, you know, almost had infinite fuel, but, you know, maybe getting iron was harder or slower or stuff like that. It'd be a neat alternative means of doing things. Okay, well, I've got buttloads of space. Too bad you can't just belt concrete into the lake and turn it into a giant concrete slab. That's horrifying, but yes. Okay, so I think we've hit an equilibrium here. That's a lot. Alright, we're good. You know, in retrospect, I need all of that. So what I'm probably going to want to do is move the smelters back on this one. We're going to need more space. Let's see if we can get the, let's see if we can just beeline for the next level of tech. Okay, so we don't need conveyor balls yet. We don't need... Okay, we need part assembly. Hopefully this won't eat into our wire enough. We're going to need more resources, though.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
See, Wander, you're gonna ruin the view. Honestly, actually, the lake is the worst part of the view for me. Here, let's get down to the lake so you can closer to the lake so you can kind of see. Uh-oh. Okay, we're kind of good. Just stand here. So if you look out across the lake, you can actually see kind of like squares. In the water texture and the lighting and whatnot. The problem is they have one texture effectively for the water. And they've just repeated it in these like constant squares and then just animate it with the same animation. You can get around that by randomizing it a little bit. But currently, it doesn't look good. And it bugs me a little bit. Now, if I recall correctly, that's a pure thing. I undo this. Perfect. Oh, I can't do much with that yet, though. Let's see, is this a different map from the starting one? I think I'm actually just somewhere else on the map. I don't think they have multiple maps. But this is the desert. You can pick it when you start the game. And so I went with this one because, I don't know, it seemed different. And everybody said go desert, so I went desert. And it's pretty. It's very pink. But I got nothing against pink. Apparently pink used to be known as a manly color, which I find kind of amusing. Now, yellow. I hate yellow. I'm not a big fan of yellow. I wonder... what are the primary colors? Yellow and green are on the bottom. But, like, blue-greens I really like. Purples? That's good. Oranges? I like the combo colors a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. We might as well move this for a second. Let's see. Might as well make wire out of it. So, let's see. Pod will return in 3 minutes. Bleh. Might as well research the green power slug. At some point, I'm going to want to go slug hunting. And we can really crank things up. Moose. Why is there a moose up there? I don't know. Pilgor. Unlicked objects. Huh. Now, did this change? No, it's still the same thing. Oh, it's still kind of neat that they have Tiny Pirate kind of represented on that list. He's a neat guy. I don't know him that well. I should see if I can, like, contact him about stuff. But he's probably busy. I say that about everybody. Let's see. Let's go dump off the bacon mushrooms. Oh, wait, no. Dump them off, not grab more. Let's see. What else do we do? Grab this. I apparently also have some flower petals in my inventory that shouldn't be there. Let me think. So, power is our main concern. We have enough, and I could get another biofuel generator. But I was kind of hoping I could just skip it. So what do we work on instead? Because if I could bypass the whole thing, that'd certainly be easier. Just gonna snag all of that extra iron. We can turn it into rods ourselves. Let's see. Can I at least look at what I need to do next? I mean, honestly, looking at it now, what I need to do next is get the space elevator. Which we should actually just be able to do. Well, I guess I gotta make a lot more iron rods. The one problem is I don't know where I want to put my space elevator. It's massive. And with a vac, I just put it on a platform down below. With my other base, I just put it elsewhere. With this one, I feel like I should be more calculated, but I don't know if I'm... Oh, wait, no. I wonder how much underwater I still have. Because what I could do is I could actually put the base of it straight up underwater. Yeah, we could put it in the pond and see if that works. Because I honestly can't think of a much better place to put it right now. Do I have space? Okay, I'm actually... we need a... Yeah, I'm gonna go make another biomass generator. I mean, fuel really isn't that big of a deal. Please ignore the mess. The reason why I need another is because this is going to take for freaking ever otherwise. Because I need to expand my wire production. And I don't want to take the really slow way just because I'm trying to be stingy here. It's going to take forever. Oh, you won't be able to interact with it because it'll be underwater. You know, that's actually a really good point. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's work on some production here. So first and foremost... that guy should be filled out. So we want to do production, smelter. Actually, what we want is a merger. As close as I can get it without...
The map has completed its analysis.
It'd be certainly nice if you could actually slot things together. Oh, do I have to tear that up? Yes, I do. Okay. Hello. Dude, man, Von Creaturestein has decided to come say hi. Okay. So that should uptick our, I wonder if I can capture one of those guys and keep it as a pet. Because that would be amusing. Ma'am, is that what the research station is called? Yup, it's a ma'am. You, on the other hand, are a blorb. Hello, blorb. Stop looking down on me. It's all noodly. Doesn't even really have good collision, honestly. All hail the factory overseer. That would be pretty great if you could actually tame one of these guys and keep him just, like, hanging out. Let's see. Oh, did I? No. It's just out of power. That's actually the problem with all of these. You got enough? Yeah. Okay. Hook those up. Alright. So now they're going at full speed. So now that we've got that set up, let's see. We might as well destroy a little bit more of this scenic lakeside. Do we? I don't know. What do you guys think? I could destroy more of this. Or... let's see. The rod factory can only use 15 iron per minute. I'm feeding it 60. We want to increase production. Did I do this backwards? Oh, god damn it. I did this backwards. I wonder if I just put it right there, if it'll immediately use the conveyors. The answer is no. Dang it. Okay, I guess I gotta destroy this again. Okay. Yeah, I knew I was doing it wrong. It didn't immediately occur to me how I was doing it wrong. Okay, there we go. So that should be better. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one for screws. Am I? No. No, we're gonna need iron rods. Aplenty. We might as well... We might as well have as many iron rods going as possible. Okay, so you're out of power. Can have a third. Okay, and then we'll have to go get concrete. But this should increase our iron rod production. And then I'll have to go work on the other one, because I gotta get more. Okay. Let's see. So now that we've got that, let's, grab this, the zappy business. Okay. And thank you, King Blue Anime, for gifting a sub to Vera de Lucens. Thank you so much. And Wander, I promise you I'll sub to you someday. I just need a job first. Don't worry about it. Like, I totally understand that, I mean, money is tight. I did the poor artist thing for years. I still do kind of stingy poor artist things here and there. Hey, also, complete, sidetrack. Welcome, Stumped Friends. How you guys doing? Welcome to Satisfactory. What are you guys doing? Oh, it was Rick playing Truberbrook, or that's not even how it's pronounced. It's some kind of crazy German pronunciation. I definitely know that. It looked neat. It reminded me of Puzzle Agents, but I think that's entirely because of the checking into the hotel thing, which is what I tuned in for. It looked neat. Was it all claymation, or did it just look like claymation? It looked like claymation to me. Oh, let's see, is this going? It's frustrating, but fun. Really? It didn't strike me as the kind of game that would be frustrating, but I guess I didn't look very far into it. I effectively found out about it when I was not capable of covering it, and I'm like, I'll get it later. Which is code for never. Okay. Just look claymation. It's got a real Grim Fandango vibe. Neat. I've actually never played Grim Fandango. For whatever reason, that was one of those games that I just, like, missed. Let's see, do we get the rest? And anyone else remember the Neverhood? I played that at a computer game store back in the late 90s. We had just moved to California. Was it the late 90s? It might have been the early 2000s. We just moved to California and we're looking around for game stores because my brother and I were getting into PC gaming. You know, we had a bunch of Blizzard games and whatnot. And there was like a... Oh god, I don't even remember what the store was. It was like Whole Foods, but it was a more local brand or something. I want to say the name is like Jimbo's, but I know that's wrong. But so whatever it was, there was a PC gaming store right next to the organic wholesale grocer. One day we went in, and I think that's where we got Zumbinis. But they had a PC set up to play the Neverhood. And so, you know, you could just sit down and play it as much as you wanted, technically. I mean, I'm sure they probably wouldn't have let me just sit there and play through the whole thing, obviously. Were you actually not outputting enough? 30 per minute. I'm just gonna pull that out. Let's see if that, Oh, it's because it's getting the full 60 right now. I got it. That's what's going on. Yeah, half foods. I don't know. I could look it up at some point. I wonder if the store's still there. Probably not. But yeah, so they had the Neverhood on a computer there. And I remember playing it and being kind of traumatized, to be totally honest. Like, playing it was uncomfortable, to say the least. If I remember right, that was one of those games where, like, if you made a mistake, you would just get killed. And I wasn't happy about it. Maybe it was even to the point where I think I've had some Neverhood nightmares, and I've only ever played like 5, 10, 15 minutes of the game, but there was just something about that visual style that made me deeply uncomfortable. And so I've never actually played it myself. I'd like to someday, just because. Yeah, if you made a mistake, you'd often get eaten and sent back to where you last saved. Yeah, that sounds about right. I definitely had weird dreams of clay things eating me. I have no idea what the basic plot of Neverhood is. Never played it. I know they made another game kind of recently called... Oh, I don't even remember. I just remember it was like a big hit on Kickstarter and everybody was super excited about it. And then, like, the game came out and I heard nothing. I don't know if it was disappointing or what. It just suddenly no one was talking about it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna try doing something slightly different with this one. Can I get production? Can I get another constructor? No. Can't afford. Okay, so we need more reinforced iron plates. Which means I need screws, which I can make buttloads. Okay, good. Our basic resource chains are getting better. Let's see, check the direction on that conveyor belt. Will do. Soon. Let's see, reinforced iron plates. I only need 3, but let's make 6. Just because. Oh, I need more cables, too. Okay. I guess I'll go see how much copper I've got lined up. Speaking of, we actually need more reinforced plates because I gotta up my copper production. Really, I gotta move my copper production. I'm just not sure where I want to move it to. I kind of cramped myself into a corner, and I think I might put a second level on this. Maybe? Okay, right. I gotta go make the cables. But yeah, it'd be interesting to do like a, how would I describe it? Like an adventure game, day, week, series block. Because I've always wanted to play Neverhood, just to get over my, like, weird childhood trauma. Trooper Book looked interesting. I'm a huge fan of Puzzle Agent 1 and 2. There were 2 games, right? Or is Puzzle Agent just a one-off? I don't really remember. I want to say there were 2 games, but I could be wrong. But Puzzle Agent is always one that I'd like to play. The main problem is just, like, time. Yeah, there was a Puzzle Agent 2. Okay, I thought so. I think I played that game right before I started my channel, and I'm like, I regret it because now the cat's kind of out of the bag. I mean, I can do it again. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like, I could have waited. This is a bit sloppy. But it works better. Okay, because you're gonna make iron. You're gonna make iron rods. Oh, this is the other thing I should check. 4 per second. 4 per second. Okay, cool. So we can just make, 15 per second. 15 per minute. Okay, that should work. I mean, obviously, I've got to link this up. Okay, that's good. You don't have a recipe. Okay, so that's about as peak efficiency as I can get it to be right now. And then everything else will just be increasing speed. There we go. The space is a premium that we have silly amounts of. Okay, good. So now we're producing a whole bunch of iron bars. We're producing a decent chunk of iron plates. We only have 2 constructors working? Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. Let's see. Is it going to be pure Satisfactory today? No, I'm going to be playing some other things, but it's going to take some time before I get to that point. I guess not exactly adventure games, but these pseudo-adventure games that I'm really looking forward to currently are, Capcom is releasing the, okay, looks like Shell is doing fine. Has a layover in Detroit. But she seems to be enjoying herself, which is good. She's never actually flown on a plane alone before. And so she was kind of worried about that. Let's see. But so, see, Phoenix Wright is getting like a HD release. HD release? On the Switch. I mean, I guess it's not really HD considering. But I'm looking forward to it because I've never actually played through all of the Phoenix Wright games before, and I'd actually really like to. They're pretty good. Okay, so we want this to be steeper, so let's just have this be 9. Oh, yeah. Let's see, is this high enough? Do we think? Because effectively what I want to do is... Let's see, which Phoenix Wright? I think it's all of them. I think. It might just be 1 to 3? All I know is Capcom's just re-releasing them on the Switch. And for me, that's really exciting because I really like the Phoenix Wright trilogy series. I've only played the first 1.5. I would say. And I really enjoyed the process. So do we think this is good? It's got some amount of headroom. It's going to get a little claustrophobic here. Either that or I could do... it elsewhere. I think we're going to need a tower. Also, the Blorb cares not for my platforms. Wait, opportunity strikes. What? Nope. Okay, Blorb. Okay, Blorb. You and I are going on a trip because if I stop at this point, it's gonna hurt. There's even a sound effect for bouncing on this sucker. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh! Okay, we're good. We're good. It stopped moving for a bit. I really wish I could put a saddle on this thing. To be totally honest with you. There's some interesting things over there that I would like to inspect. I'm probably gonna hit this tree? No. Oh! Ow. That's my ankles. And the end of the ride. Well, that was fun. Sorry I wasn't paying full attention. We could have kept going. I guess I could race around and try and get on top of it and stuff like that, but... This is fine. I'm gonna eat a carrot stick in celebration. Mainly because I'm actually kind of hungry.